My fiance is 27 years old. 27. She's natural adult Filipina female. I've only ever been with adult natural females. I would never be with a male. I'm not interested in anyone that's in the United States. She is in the Philippines. We have not met yet. We've been chatting. I had to start a messenger account because Filipino Cupid kicked me off for a couple days because of unknown reasons. They put me back on there now, but in the meantime, I started a messenger account because she had Messenger. I'm not using, and I have not used the Facebook account that automatically starts when you start a messenger account. I've never used Messenger until now. But I may have used it for messages unknowingly for a short period of time with my phone when I was looking for different apps to use for messages, like the phone messages that you use, text messages. I may have unwittingly used it before when I didn't know it was attached to a Facebook. I'm not sure, though, because I used to try different message account, text message apps, so I'm not sure. Today is, what is it, December 15th, 2024. Wade Heineman, still been staying in my father's workshop shed in my F350. Don't know who's still trying to claim a connection to me that doesn't exist. I don't have any boss. I'm nobody's boss. I have no coworkers. I have no business relationships other than the properties I buy from the one female agent who works for the real estate company I buy all my properties from. I'm a single entity. There's no co-workers. There's no one representing me. Nobody's representing me. I'm not representing anyone. I did get an attorney that took documentation of all my deals recently, so I have a starting place for that. In case frauds try to intervene or whatever, they're going to go to prison. So 10.7-inch hands. I've never had any connection to anybody named Brett other than I was friends with a Brett in the 1990s. Other than that, none. So Brett, first name, last name, or Rhett, first name, last name. Same thing. I had a coworker named Brett in the 90s, and I also had a roommate named Brett in the 90s, two different people. But I haven't talked to them hardly at all since that time, and absolutely no connection to them or any Brett in any business deals or work-related stuff or business or friendship or anything. There's no Brett involved in anything. And I would never get romantically involved with the male. The only person I'm chatting with is my 27-year-old Filipino fiance. I started a messenger account because Filipino Cupid kicked me off for a time. So we got back together on Messenger real quick. And because I knew she had one, I didn't want to start one if I didn't have to. But we were gonna do cam to cam anyway, so I told her I'd start a messenger or we'd figure out something that way. But she's going to get a ring today because I could not find any place to ship a ring to the Philippines in any kind of decent time frame. So I just sent her some money so she could go buy one, which isn't the most romantic, but she seemed okay with it. So, and she's gonna show it to me later, I guess. But we're in love, and that's the way it is right now. But there's no one in the United States I have romantic or sexual connection to in any way whatsoever in 9 years. It is December 15th, 2024. Whoever's living in fantasy fairyland saying that I'm having some connection to them, chatting with them, it's just the Filipina fiance, 27. I haven't used the Facebook account associated with it. She's the only person that I will text back and forth. Her name starts with an A and ends with an N, which is, kind of a unique structure to a name. But anyway, 10.7-inch hands, green eyes, not blue. I haven't worn sunglasses since 2019. I haven't ridden a motorcycle since 1996. Don't know anybody who has since 2005. I don't know anybody that drives a semi. I haven't never driven a semi myself. I haven't known anybody that drove a semi in 3 years. You got stalkers out here on the gravel roads here right now. Let's see, I haven't been on a plane or jet since 2011 still. I've always lived in Iowa. I've never lived anywhere else but Iowa. I grew up in Iowa. I was born in Iowa. I was circumcised in Iowa in 1971. No changes since. I'm still a male, heterosexual. I have no female parts. Whatever you're, portraying when I squat to go number 2, it's never for number 1. It's number 2 as a male does on occasion. It's I don't know where they're getting it. I can't menstruate. I only have an anus and my penis and my testicles. I don't have any female parts. So there's even indications before that I got pregnant. That would have to be almost like staged lies through medical stuff that they're doing, which should be highly illegal. So they should go to prison for at least 10 years for that kind of fraud. But absolutely will never, ever be attracted to a male. I've never been with a male. I don't want to have to repeat it over and over again. I never had any connection to the Middle East in any way whatsoever, including Iran or Israel or any of those countries in the Middle East. None. I don't even know what Muslims believe still. I still don't know. And it's not knocking any religion that way. I just do not know what they believe. So why would I be involved with groups in the Middle East that way if I don't even know what they believe? It doesn't make any sense. It's just a continuation of frauds telling lies about me for however long, my whole life, which is ridiculously cruel and rotten and illegal. It's criminal to do that to somebody. So they should be arrested. Again, I've been spending every night and evening, night and morning in my father's workshop shed in my F350 because of the cold weather. I living kind of like a cowboy now. I have my properties and I'm living out of my vehicle right now. I would like to get something more permanent done, but I told my parents I need to protect the valuable stones that I got out of their field, the ones that I have left that the frauds haven't stolen and replaced with some of their rotten crap stones, and then try to make it seem like I stole their rotten crap stones after they steal very, very valuable stones from my possession. 80% of the value I estimate that they've stolen of the valuable stones that I have. I can't get a perfect estimate on what it is, but how much it is, but I know they've stolen over 50% of the value of the stones that I had. And they might not report all of those. If they're reporting what they stole to somebody, it's easy to set aside a few of them under, bury some for yourself, half of them for yourself or whatever. If they got a group of people that they're doing this for, they can set aside a whole shitload of stuff, but that they don't report that they stole. So it's all a bullshit system. The surveillance tells lies about me to these people stealing from me, and probably part of a group that I'm sure they're not reporting everything that they steal from me. And then they return some things, or they put their bullshit stones on this field where I was gathering them, or in the vehicles they steal them from. 40 times they've broken in now, 40 to 50 times probably now since I started gathering the stones, and that's what they're after, the valuable stones. They're not, whatever their bullshit story is that I stole something from them, they're the criminals, all of them. So there is no one I'm chatting with other than my 27-year-old natural adult female fiance in the Philippines. Her name starts with an A, ends with an N, and that's her first name. And that's it. I don't have any other love or romantic or sexual connection in any way for 9 years. That's what I've been saying all along. I don't know who the criminal maggots are that pretend I'm gay with them. That's the worst rotten thing you could fucking do to somebody. I hate them, whoever those people are. I've never had any connection to a gay person in my entire life. I've never had sex with a male, and I never will. I've not had. It was indicated my son lived with me at some point. No, I only got to see him a few times when he was a baby up to 1 year old because his mother wouldn't let me see him. And the only times I saw him was in the kitchen of her house while she was standing there. That's the only time I've ever seen my son. So whatever bullshit lie this fraud that pretends to be my son is coming up with, he needs to go to prison for a good long time. You know, the fraud that pretends to be my son, 20 to 40 years. He needs to go away for a long time, forever, basically. You don't mess with family like that, and you don't do all the shit he's been doing, whoever he is. But with my actual son they're talking about, he's not a theorist, inventor, blogger, poet. I am. He'd be stealing my ideas by my posts on social media or someone stealing my stuff out of my home, which would be awful if my son was doing that to me because I paid child support for him and I never did anything bad to my son ever in my life. I never was indicated I tried to get credit in his name. No. And I never owed him a dime. I owe his mother about $800 on the old child support. And as I said, I don't want to pay it off until I show my face there so they know who I am, because there's a fraud pretending to be my son's father since about 2014 or 15. And I want him exposed as a criminal. He is too. That might be that Brett guy they're talking about. I don't know. I don't know who the Brett guy is. He's not connected to me in any way. He's just another liar fraud, apparently. But unless it's just, somebody I knew from the past, from the 1990s. So I'll cut it off there. This is for youtube.com /@ WADEALANHEINEMAN, 2 MANs, and don't forget the @ symbol, and x.com / WADES 2ND. It is December 15th, 2024, and I'll be staying in my father's shop shed again tonight. Wade Allen Heineman in my F350 diesel, 2008 Power Stroke diesel, 4-wheel drive.